Good morning, everybody. So finally, I'm back here on the Unorthoblocks server. I've actually been here for a while. I just have not been able to get all my stuff together to put a video out. So now I'm kind of gathered up all my clips and bits and bobs, and I'm going to see if I can get some episodes out for you. So as usual, you start out with nothing. I was at spawn there. I did almost freeze to death a few times in this powdered snow, which is kind of funny. So my idea for this season was I picked out a kind of a highlands plateau area. It has a village on it and stuff, and I want to put my main base out there. So instead of building a like a temporary shack in Spawn Town to start with, I was going to head out there, kind of get established, and then move back in with a few shops and stuff at spawn once I get some time to do that. This also gives me a chance I can run through the countryside and see all the new terrain and stuff, and then gather up, supplies on the way, get some wood, kill a bunch of sheep, kill a bunch of pigs, get some cows. So you can actually grab a lot of supplies if you just sort of traipse across the country and look out for things, because there are shipwrecks you can get and all that kind of stuff. So the one thing I guess the mistake I made on my first day is I'm busy gathering all the mutton and the pork and the wool, but I'm neglecting to make a bed. So nightfall comes. No one else was there asleep on the server, so I'm kind of on my own, so I'm trying to make a run for it, and this stupid skeleton, so I think, okay, I can get around the corner, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. No. His friend was hiding around the corner, and bam! Gets me right in the back. Nasty little skeleton. So, that was one of my first deaths there, so I had to go all the way back to spawn, and I was, holy cow, probably 1,000 blocks away from spawn, so another big run all the way back. But I was able to get all my stuff because nothing despawned. It was, the chunk wasn't loaded by the time I got there. So, and it was daytime again by the time I got there. So I just kept moving along. Went into the mountains. This huge hole. There are a lot of these. It's kind of cool. I want to go down and explore some of these, but I'm not going to do it when I have no armor and a wooden pick. I also came across this other village here. It actually had a spider spawner in the middle of the village, or well, actually next to the village. But this would be a cool place to start too, because you already have your little XP farm set up there, and your string farm. But I didn't want to live in the snowy hills. It was a little too snowy, a little too hilly. So I kept running. I guess I must be 4,000 blocks away from spawn. It's probably a bad idea to start this far out, especially when you have nothing. So eventually I made it all the way up here to my, I don't know, it's like a hill, or I kind of like a plateau, or Highlands Village is kind of what I'm referring this to. So this is the village that I picked out. Thought it would be a great place to start. It looks like it's got lots of buildings, lots of villagers, even got a town center. So I thought this would be a perfect place to get started. So as we run through the village, so I get to the village here, there's already some sheep and stuff, which is good. This is kind of irregular terrain, so I'm going to have to flatten a lot of this out, but got lots of houses here. So I thought this would be great. I'm going to beef up all these houses, make them, modify them so they're not these little boxes that you get from natural villages. So put in a lot more rooms and beds, make them a little bit nicer. Also, I'm going to stick with the cobblestone, maybe the clay and the oak look. So they're going to stay with this look. I'm just going to actually change the architecture of them so make them, look nicer. I'm going to call it nicer. We even have a barn with a couple cows and pigs in it. Some more of these villages. I'm going to have to raise a lot of these up so they're on the same level. I don't like this up, down, up, down, up, down. kind of terrain here. So I want to kind of smooth it out, make a few different levels, but not too many. And then I even discovered right next door was another village. It doesn't have as many houses and stuff. So I'm not going to do anything with that. But I did go over and steal their cows. Because I figured might as well get a head start on getting my cows. Because I'm not going to need leather and all that kind of stuff. And let's say it's not as easy as you think getting those cows across the water. But there's that village way over there. And I may, once I get my stuff all done, I may go over there and spruce that place up too. But I think I would change the architecture on that so it's kind of a different style based on what I have. But because mine is going to be an island or a fortress area over here where it's very secure. And then you can see this place is just pockmarked with holes and stuff. Nothing's on the same level. But to start with, I'm going to just pick out one of these buildings here. Make it a little safer so I don't have my villagers dropping down into holes. And actually, really, it's for me, so I don't drop down into these holes. Because I have dropped down there a couple times as I was running around not paying attention. But I've got a bunch of stuff I can put in here. Not much stuff. Book is always handy. But I did gather a bunch of stuff on my world tour or my journey up here. So I'm going to stock everything up in this building. So I got everything put in a chest. So I've got all my stuff stored away. I put out my brewing stand, even though I don't have anything to brew with it. And a small furnace and that kind of stuff. But I think this is going to be, I guess I'll call a starter house, even though I didn't build it. So it's going to be, come on. Let's correct the typo here. I'm going to call this RattDog's abode. So this is my starter house. And really it's just a place to store my chests and store a bed in there. So I got crafting table, got my chests. So now, hopefully I should be ready to move on to the next steps and actually start getting this place all fixed up. I do need to do some mining. That's my first iron tools right there. So I'm going to need to take that, go down, mine, see if I can find some iron and some gold and that kind of stuff and get started. So I want to thank you all for watching. The other members in the Unorthoblocks have been doing a ton of stuff. So if you want to catch what's going on, they're farther ahead than I am right now, but you will enjoy their videos. So check out the links in the description below. We have added a few new members, ChrisChin, Iondis, HiddenCryptid, SpiderHearts. They're putting out pretty good videos, so watch them. Of course, DrakenGameWerks is always putting out amazing videos. So go ahead and give them all a watch. Thanks and have a great day. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.